As the camera sweeps across the vast, sun-baked landscape of East Africa, it's hard not to feel a sense of awe at the sheer scale and mystery that lies beneath our feet. This is no ordinary dirt patch. It's a treasure trove waiting to be unearthed, where history and myth converge in ways we never imagined. The air feels charged with anticipation as the drone hovers low, capturing every grain of sand and shadow, hinting at secrets buried for millennia. This isn't just another excavation site. It's a revelation that has the potential to rewrite the very story of human civilization. For years, scholars have debated the routes our ancestors took to spread across the globe, but this discovery shakes up the map entirely. Imagine, if you will, a time when people from Africa and Asia were not only connected but actively shaping each other's cultures, long before the modern world as we know it began. The significance of this find goes beyond just bones or pottery. It's about redefining what we thought was possible in ancient times. Think of it like discovering a long-lost recipe that changes how we cook, only instead of food, it's history itself. This site is offering clues to an entirely new chapter in the story of human migration and cultural exchange, one that challenges old theories and opens up exciting new questions. What makes this discovery even more thrilling is its potential to bridge gaps between continents, showing how people from different regions interacted in ways we've only begun to understand. It's like finding a map that connects distant lands with invisible threads of shared history, proving that our ancestors were not isolated but part of a vast, interconnected web of human experience. As the camera zooms into the excavation site, you can almost hear the whispers of the past echoing through the earth. Every tool used here is a bridge between now and then, every artifact a puzzle piece in a story we're only just beginning to piece together. This isn't just about uncovering the past. It's about reimagining our shared human journey. When we think about where modern humans first appeared, most people picture a dusty African savanna, with early hominins roaming around, evolving, and eventually spreading out across the globe. This idea has been the cornerstone of human evolution for decades, supported by fossil records and genetic studies that suggest our ancestors originated in Africa before migrating to Europe, Asia, and beyond. But here's the twist. Recent discoveries are making us rethink this story, hinting at a much more interconnected past between Africa and Asia than we ever imagined. For centuries, scientists believed that modern humans, or Homo sapiens, emerged in East Africa around 300,000 years ago, then gradually moved out of the continent to colonize other parts of the world. This theory was based on fossil evidence found in places like Ethiopia and Morocco, as well as genetic markers that show a common origin for all humans. However, this narrative is starting to look a bit too tidy, especially with new archaeological finds challenging our understanding of how early humans moved across continents. One of the key questions historians and scientists are now asking is, how did early humans travel from Africa to Asia so quickly? The traditional timeline suggests that it took thousands of years for human populations to migrate out of Africa, but some evidence points to a much faster dispersal. This has led researchers to explore alternative routes and methods of movement, such as coastal migrations, or even the possibility of early humans using boats to cross bodies of water. These new theories are reshaping our view of ancient history and reminding us that the story of human evolution is far more complex than once thought. The recent evidence linking Africa and Asia isn't just about where people came from. It's also about how they interacted with each other long before modern times. Some researchers believe that early humans may have made contact with hominin species in Asia, such as Homo erectus or even Neanderthals, leading to genetic exchanges and cultural influences that we're only now beginning to understand. These interactions could explain some of the similarities between ancient African and Asian artifacts, tools, and even burial practices, suggesting a shared human experience across continents. What makes this discovery so exciting is that it challenges long-held assumptions about the direction of human migration and the isolation of early populations. Instead of seeing Africa as the sole birthplace of modern humans, we're starting to view it as one of many regions where humanity's story unfolded in parallel with others. This shift in perspective not only broadens our understanding of history, but also highlights the importance of looking beyond traditional narratives to uncover a more accurate and inclusive picture of human origins. All right, picture this. It's a sun-baked morning in the middle of an ancient landscape that feels like it's been untouched for millennia. The archaeologists have just uncovered what could be one of the most groundbreaking finds in recent history. Nestled deep within a site that's been under excavation for months, they've unearthed a treasure trove of artifacts, stone tools so intricately crafted that even modern toolmakers would pause to admire them. These aren't your average chipped rocks. These are masterpieces of ancient engineering, each one telling a story of ingenuity and survival. But wait, there's more. Alongside the stone tools, they've discovered animal remains that are giving historians a glimpse into the lives of the people who once roamed this land. These bones aren't just any bones. They're from species that were thought to be exclusive to either Africa or Asia. Now, here they are, side by side, suggesting that these ancient populations weren't just isolated but actually had some kind of contact. It's like finding a map with two different continents drawn on it, and then realizing they're connected by a bridge made of trade routes and shared knowledge. The location itself is as fascinating as the artifacts. Situated at the crossroads of two ancient continents, this site has long been a meeting ground for human activity. The dating of these findings reveals that they are over 100,000 years old, which means we're looking at evidence from a time when our ancestors were just beginning to explore beyond their immediate surroundings. This isn't just about where people lived, it's about how they moved, interacted, and even shared ideas across vast distances. What's really throwing historians for a loop is the variety of tools found. Some are clearly African in style, with sharp edges and a distinct way of shaping the stone. Others bear the marks of Asian craftsmanship, suggesting that these people had access to different techniques or maybe even learned from one another. It's like finding a recipe book that has recipes from both Italian and Indian kitchens, but you're not sure how they ended up in the same volume. Now, imagine standing at this site with a group of archaeologists, each one more excited than the last as they carefully brush away layers of soil to reveal what lies beneath. The air is thick with history, and every tool they uncover feels like a piece of a puzzle that's been missing for centuries. It's not just about finding artifacts. It's about piecing together the story of how humans connected across continents long before we had airplanes or smartphones. Imagine a world where our ancestors didn't just wander across continents, but actually connected them in ways we never imagined. This discovery isn't just about finding bones or tools. It's like getting a time machine to see how early humans made their way from Africa into Asia, much earlier than we ever thought possible. Think of it as the ultimate road trip, only instead of driving, our ancestors were hiking across vast landscapes, maybe even following herds of animals that led them through ancient forests and deserts. What makes this find so groundbreaking is that it challenges everything we thought we knew about human migration. For a long time, scientists believed that early humans moved out of Africa in waves, but now they're saying there might have been a direct link between Africa and Asia thousands of years earlier than previously thought. It's like discovering that your favorite family recipe has roots in a distant culture you never knew existed. Except this is on an entirely different scale. Experts are buzzing with excitement because this discovery could rewrite the story of how humans spread across the globe. Instead of seeing Africa and Asia as separate continents, we might need to think of them as part of one big, interconnected world. Picture ancient people walking over land bridges or following animal migrations that connected these regions. It's not just about movement. It's about connection, adaptation, and survival in a changing environment. One of the biggest surprises from this find is how it shows our ancestors were more resourceful than we ever gave them credit for. They weren't just wandering aimlessly. They had a strategy. Whether it was following herds, crossing over land bridges that didn't exist on modern maps, or even navigating through harsh climates, these early humans were masters of the wild. It's like watching a documentary about ancient explorers who paved the way for us all. This discovery also brings up some fascinating questions about human evolution and culture. If people were moving between Africa and Asia so long ago, what kind of exchanges happened? Did they share tools, knowledge, or even languages? The implications are huge. This isn't just about where humans came from. It's about how they interacted with each other and the world around them. It's like finding a lost chapter in an ancient book that changes everything we thought we knew. Imagine a world where the ancient people of Africa and Asia were not just neighbors, but collaborators in an incredible dance of creativity and invention. This wasn't just about trade or migration. It was about sharing knowledge that would shape the very foundations of human civilization. Picture ancient artisans from both continents exchanging ideas on how to craft tools more efficiently, their hands working side by side to refine techniques that made life easier and more productive. It's like having a master craftsman from one land teaching another how to build better shelters or create sharper blades, all while learning new methods in return. One of the most fascinating examples of this cultural exchange is the shared tool-making techniques that emerged across vast distances. These tools weren't just simple implements. They were works of art and engineering, crafted with precision that suggests a deep understanding of materials and purpose. Imagine an African blacksmith teaching an Asian craftsman how to forge metal with greater durability, while the Asian artisan introduces new ways to shape stone or wood for daily use. This kind of knowledge transfer wasn't just practical, it was revolutionary, allowing early humans to adapt and thrive in diverse environments. Beyond tools, the exchange of symbolic art also played a crucial role in shaping human culture. Think about ancient carvings, cave paintings, or ceremonial objects that tell stories of shared beliefs and values. These artifacts weren't just decorative, they were messages across time, conveying ideas about spirituality, identity, and community. It's possible that these artistic traditions traveled along the same trade routes as goods and people, creating a visual language that connected distant societies in ways we can only begin to imagine today. The blending of cultures through innovation didn't stop at art or tools. It extended into daily life and social structures. Consider how shared agricultural practices might have allowed communities to grow more food with less effort, or how the exchange of medicinal knowledge could have led to new cures for diseases. These interactions weren't just about survival. They were about progress, pushing early humans to think bigger, dream higher, and create better lives for themselves and future generations. What makes this cultural exchange even more remarkable is that it happened long before modern technology or written records. It was a slow but steady process of learning, adapting, and evolving, like the first sparks of a fire that would eventually light up entire civilizations. These ancient connections remind us that innovation isn't always born in isolation. Sometimes, it's the result of collaboration across borders, cultures, and time.